Hey guys, welcome back to the Portsmouth Road to Glory. Today is the final episode of Season 3. We're doing a post-commentary for once. I don't normally do this because, well, you can see in the league table it's done. We can't really improve. We can't really go further down, by much at least. So with a couple of games to go, we are currently in 11th place. So there was very little point in playing all of these matches to try and get as far as we can because, unfortunately, there is just a big gap between us and the teams above. So we're just going to go in and play these games, get a few goals, concede a few goals, of course, and just have some fun, really. Experiment with some formations, some different systems and things like that. Southampton was the first game. Yeah, already 1-0 down. That's always nice in a derby, isn't it? But then we play it across here to Rodgers, who runs through the defence. I don't know how he's got away with that. And then he just smashes it into the top left corner, and we're back in the game straight away. It's 32 minutes in. I mean, crazy game so far. And there's Rodgers getting in the camera, right in your face. Really good run. I don't know how he got through that defender, but have a look at this for the finish. He just put so much power behind it. And that was a really good way to come back into the game. But then Southampton picked up the ball again. Nelson wings it back. Davies punts it forward to Rodgers, who lifts it over the top for Lingard. This is just a few moments after we made it 1-1. And now it's 2-1. How about that, Southampton? Unlucky. Jesse Lingard through on goal. And let me just say, what you're about to witness is pretty incredible. I love this guy. You guys know I'm very interested in signing Mason Mount. Well, do I even need him? Because look at that. Unbelievable from Lingard. He's got 2 goals in this game, and that means he's 1 away from a hat-trick. Is it possible? Is Lingard going to get himself a hat-trick? Well, even if he doesn't, this is some goal. What a strike. You could argue the keeper maybe could have done better there, but it is what it is. Southampton trying to get back in this game now, down this right side. They do get inside. We managed to head that one out with Davies, and we're going to push forward here and try and get that hat-trick for Lingard. It's Hughes, plays it back to Holding, and that is a delightful little chip pass over to Wilkes. Over the top now for Nelson, and you know who's making that run. Lingard, it's left by Rodgers, and he smashes it home, guys. It is a hat-trick for Jesse Lingard, and we have beaten our rivals 4-1. What a result. Unbelievable game. Jesse Lingard hat-trick. Man, I wasn't expecting that. So, full of confidence, next game, Spurs. We've had some history in this fixture, of course, in the FA Cup final when we beat them and we got into the Europa League. Absolutely amazing scenes. We've got Spurs again today, and we get off to a fantastic start. Rodgers with an unbelievable finish. And while you watch this replay, guys, thank you to the people that commented and said that possibly I've got timed finishing on. Now, normally I turn that off. Well, guess what? Timed finishing was switched on. I have no idea why. I've got no idea. So in the last few episodes, I've been playing with timed finishing on without even knowing. And that explains why my finishing has been so poor and why all of a sudden in this episode I'm scoring for fun. Another goal goes in. This time it's the left back Holt with his right foot. And if you look closely, it does actually take a little bit of a deflection, but it's still a really nice strike to make it 2-0 against Tottenham. Against the run of play, to be fair, they were actually quite good in this game. They do pull one back there with Sissoko, but it was too little too late. And we've beaten Tottenham again. So, yeah, guys, check your settings, because for some reason mine were reset. It even had the trainer showing at points. I don't know. Really strange, but as soon as we turned timed finishing off, we were able to be a little bit more successful in front of goal. But Everton started really well here. Iwobi, of all players, finding the early goal there, just 20 minutes in, the ex-Arsenal player. It's funny how some players that you sell move on to be incredible players and you regret selling them. Well, Iwobi hasn't really turned out to be one of those players in real life, that's for sure. But Coleman gets a cross in, and would you just look at that defending? Iwobi gets his second of the game, but look at the replay here. Basically, what I was trying to do was aim the clearance that direction, and it didn't work. He just ran that way instead. It happens sometimes. We just got smashed 3-0. Yeah, and then it gets worse because Robinson is angry at me for not giving him a new contract, even though I did it at the beginning of this season. I am not able to give him a new contract, even though he wants a new contract and had a new contract this season. It's such a stupid, broken system, but I'll just have to try and keep him somehow. Otherwise, we could be losing Robinson. But anyway, this prompted me to go through all my players and just double check that everyone was happy with their current deals. And then we get hit with some bad news. Morgan Rogers is going to miss the final few games of the season, out for 3 weeks. We simulate via the calendar against Leeds. We get a 2-2 draw. And then I believe it was Newcastle after that. We sim this one and get a 2-0 win. Going into the final game of the season, we're doing the press conference here. How will you cope without Rodgers? Well, I don't know. He's only, one of my best players. But yeah, it's frustrating, but it is what it is. As I said before, we've got nothing really to play for at this point. I believe this game literally had no effect on my season whatsoever. I couldn't climb and I couldn't go down. I was just guaranteed the position I'm in. Whereas Liverpool were 1 win away from winning the title. This is it. Liverpool need to beat us today to win the Premier League. They are 2 points clear at the top. Manchester United are playing. So if I can beat Liverpool and Manchester United win, then we actually deny Liverpool the title, which I thought was quite funny. But yeah, you can see the table here. Man City in third as well. You can see we're in 11th, and as I said, we can't climb, we can't go down. It's pretty much a pointless game. But of course, it's the final game of the season. And what a challenge to come away to the best team in the league right now. They're winning the league for a reason. They've lost 1 game all season long, I think it was. So, yeah, a bit of an experience. And the final game of the season, here we go. We're off to a cracking start here. We let Mane through way too easily. And he puts that one home. And you can see he runs up to the camera, gets his face in it. Beautiful Mane. What a player. Absolutely incredible. It's a lovely goal. Not much you can do about that. And the winners of the league to be take the lead. And then, 31 minutes in, again, it's just fantastic play. The whole team passing it around. Just too difficult to defend against that. And then it's Mo Salah's turn to run up to the camera. And just, again, he wants to show you his pores on his skin. He wants you to see every single imperfection and perfection of that beautiful Egyptian face. But anyway, guys, it gets worse. It's now 3-0. Guaranteed we're losing this game. We got smashed 3-0 by Everton, and now we're going to get smashed by another Merseyside team. 3-0. You probably think I'm going to quit here, right? No. No chance. I want to get back in this game. Nelson picks up the ball here, gives it to Wilks. He's going to cut inside, give it to Lingard. And you will not believe it when I say this, but Lingard has more goals than Rodgers now. It's crazy. It really is. But then Liverpool made it 4-1 in the dying moments of the game, and they are champions of the Premier League. Well played, Liverpool. Well played, Klopp. And I believe Salah had 36 or 37 goals at this point. Absolutely ridiculous stats. They deserve to win the title, and I can't really complain about that. But there was no trophy celebration. I think this is really weird. I was expecting to see them lift the trophy, and yeah, it was a bit of a weird one. They kind of just walked around the pitch as if, yeah, we're going home now. Good job, lads. Good win. No celebration that they won the league. Turns out, as we came towards the end of the game here, that Manchester United failed to win their game, so it didn't even matter, technically. So, yeah, it's one of those things. We'll have a look at the table now, but Liverpool will win the league, and they won it by 4 points. They lost 2 games this season, 2 games, 10 draws as well, and you can see the top 8 there. Chelsea in 7th. I thought that was very strange. I'm wondering if we could maybe steal 1 or 2 of their players. Maybe a Mason Mount. Ooh, I don't know about that. We finished in 11th place with 48 points. Burnley just behind us. Going down, though, it's Sheffield United, and I believe it's Fulham and Leeds below them. Unbelievable that Leeds have gone down. Really wasn't expecting that this season. They only managed to get 3 wins. Pretty poor from then. But let's have a look at our stats now. Appearances-wise, we have 55 for Rodgers, who will miss, obviously, 3 or 4 of those games from the end of the season. Holt with 53 as well. In terms of goals scored, look at that. Lingard, basically a goal every 2 games. Unbelievable stats. 22 goals, but only 2 assists. I thought that was fascinating. So he's a goal getter, not really a goal creator. But do I even need Mason Mount if Lingard is going to be scoring 20 plus goals a season? Maybe not. And taking a look at assists, you can see Wilkes and Rodgers both got 12. I think MVP of the season has to go to Rodgers again, though. 20 goals, 12 assists. Pretty incredible stats for a striker. And looking at values as well, Rodgers is worth 72.5 million. So in 3 seasons, he has gone from, I think it was 1.8 million we bought him for. Or was it 1.7 million to 72.5? It's unbelievable. It really is. And I'm really proud that he has continued to be so good for us. We know what happened in the Sunderland career mode. Yeah, Nemetra just fell off, but no, Rodgers has kept going. £135 million. Thank you very much. That is a lot of money. Of course, we won't get all of that for next season. Here's a look at the objectives overview. We finished with a 71 manager rating. I think that's really harsh. We got the finish of mid-table, and yeah, you'll see the other priorities and things that we were able to do. They wanted us to reach the quarter-final of the Europa League, which I thought was very harsh as well. We got to the round of 16, which was pretty incredible. We avoided relegation, of course, so that was good. Financially, we're almost done with that one. I think 71 as a manager rating is a little bit harsh, if you ask me. But anyway, as you know, I've been scouting a couple of goalkeepers, also a centre-back, Kilman. Kelleher is 77, Stefan is 79, and Woodman is 77 as well. So we have some good choices here, some good options. And I think I decided to go and sign a goalkeeper purely because I'm still a little bit unsure about having Colombia in the team, just for realism's sake. You guys know I've mentioned it a couple of times. Not sure how I feel about it, but it will go down to a vote whether I sell Colombia or not. But I did decide at this point I wanted to sign a goalkeeper, and I went to go and check Colombia's stats. 80 rated at the moment. Of course, he's a lot younger than the other goalkeepers. He's showing great potential, Colombia. So it's not as if he's going to get, 85 or more. So his potential isn't insane. So I think at this point, it's not a terrible idea if I wanted to kind of cash in on Colombia and bring in someone more experienced. And I decided to go with Stefan from Manchester City purely because he is a higher rated goalkeeper and they go on for longer. I think he'll be a really good player for us. So I went into negotiations here, tried to get him on a 3-year deal, which he was happy for. He's got a great in-game face, by the way, so that was another reason I wanted to get him. The other two had faces as well. I just thought they weren't as good. But Stefan was the better option, in my opinion. And who knows, maybe by next season he'll be 80 rated, something like that. Now, in terms of his wage, it's a little bit high, but I went in with 70, hoping he would just straight up accept that with no sign-on fee. And we got quite lucky. Maybe I could have got away with 60, 65,000, but still, 70,000 a week for a top goalkeeper that's played for one of the best teams. We'll have him. And then I thought, well, I've got some money left over from this season. I might as well try and spend some of it. So I went for Kilman. Now, I didn't have enough to pay that release clause. So I thought, well, if I go in and put in maybe a £9 million offer, which is what I had, maybe I could get him. I also thought I could offer maybe someone like Watmore. I don't know if I'm ever going to use Watmore again, so it's worth giving it a go. Kilman is 77 rated. Of course, I felt bad about the Sunderland career mode, so I wanted to get him back. They wanted 12 million plus Watmore. Again, I can't afford that, so I decided to remove the exchange player and just try cash only. Sometimes when you do player plus cash, it doesn't quite work out. So I went in with 8.5 million. I didn't really have much hope, but I thought I'd give it a go because that money won't be there next season regardless. You might as well try and spend it now, but unfortunately it got turned down. So maybe we'll go back in for Kilman next season, and it's time now to load in. The new season is upon us. We did get an offer for Robinson, and funnily enough, it was Wolves. I thought that was really funny, but there's no way I'm selling him to a Premier League club, let alone just selling him in general. But again, there is confirmation of our league position in 11th place. We were a mile off Newcastle in the end, so top 10 almost. Next season, my target has to be top 8, I would say, maybe even top 6. With a few additions to the squad, I reckon we can easily get there. In reality, we've got 48 points. We want to go for around 60, so just another 4 wins over the course of a season. Can we do it? I really hope so. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Sorry it's a little bit of a shorter video. We're back on Monday with the beginning of Season 4 with new kits, new signings, and we start again.